A person has no body. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows but Jesus. Nobody, a person, a legal person has nobody. What's going on, guys? It's the Bad Wolf. Okay, I got a body. Yes, therefore I am. What's up, guys? It is the Bad Wolf. We are going to be talking about the legal person. We hear the word person, this person must appear. But when in the commercial world, the maritime jurisdiction, a person can or could be a real living person. But generally, it's a legal person, a legal fiction in commerce, and they're imaginary. They're not real. It has the form of a living natural man, similar rights and freedoms, but is not a real person, a living man, a human being, a living being. So let's take a look. I want everybody to have a great day, have a great week. Enjoy life, everybody. Enjoy life. It goes pretty fast. If you don't look around, you just might miss it.
In the imaginary world of legal fiction commerce, and all commerce is legal fiction, a person is always an artificial legal person of one kind or another legally generated.
Once again, shout out for this material information goes out to the living in the private blog spot. Let's get going.
Generated. Maxim of law, quid fos non veritas est legality is not reality. A legal person is any subject matter to which the law attributes a merely legal or fictitious personality. This extension is one of the most noteworthy feats of the legal imagination. Legal persons, being the arbitrary creations of the law, may be of as many kinds as the law pleases. Those recognized by our own system, however, all fall within a single class, namely, corporations or bodies corporate.
Which are what the states are. But let's keep going.
Source: Jurisprudence 7th edition, Sweet and Maxwell Ltd., 1924, Section 113, page 336. A legally generated artificial person has no substance, no body, no brain, no consciousness, no heart, no energy, no spirit, no soul. It is a mere legal persona in the fictional theater of commerce, which is prescribed imaginary roles played by actors giving a performance. The legal definitions for types of person do not include certain terms such as living man or woman, and instead use uncertain terms such as individual, see definition of individual below, and human being, naturally born, see definition of human being below. Even the term natural person is ambiguous, because a noun can be real or imaginary, and since the word person is a noun, a natural person is not necessarily real. Critically, definitions of a person do not include a sovereign, and therefore no type of person can be one of the sovereign people of any freely constituted nation. Artificial person. A non-human entity that is created by law and is legally different, owning its own rights and duties. Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition. http://thelawdictionary.org/artificial-person natural person. A human being, naturally born, versus a legally generated juridical person. Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition. http://thelawdictionary.org/natural-person juridical person. Entity, as a firm, that is not a single natural person, as a human being, authorized by law with duties and rights, recognized as a legal authority having a distinct identity, a legal personality. Also known as artificial person, juridical entity, juristic person, or legal person. Also refer to body corporate. Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition. http://thelawdictionary.org/juridical-person natural person. A human being, as distinguished from an artificial person created by law. Black's Law Dictionary, 7th edition. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=VD8ISIJFGW 4 person.
Jesus.
Means an individual, a firm, a partnership, an association, a fiduciary, an executor or administrator, a governmental entity, a limited liability company, or a corporation.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Did you hear that? The word person can mean an individual. Individual can, though slightly ambiguous, mean a living person. Can. But if it's not emphasized, then it doesn't. If you don't specifically make note, how is that word being used here? Because it can go either way. We know what a firm is and a partnership, but that could be a combination of living and not. Association can be the same thing, fiduciary. All these things can be non-living entities or a combination thereof.
Corporation.
Might sound like semantics to some people, but anybody that says that, you can kiss my caramel-colored AZZ because you don't know what you're talking about. You think you understand. Well, you understand, which means to stand under the authority. So, yeah, you understand what you feel, kind of. But that's not what it says in law. I deal with the legal style, the legal department, legal understanding. What does it really mean? And you need to be able to argue these things out. And if you can't, well, then you're a simp. Like my girl's ex-boyfriend, and ex-boyfriend, and ex-boyfriend, and baby mama, baby daddy, baby dad, whatever. You get it.
Corporation. Indiana Code, Title 9, Motor Vehicles, Article 13, General Provisions and Definitions, Chapter 2, Definitions IC 9-13-2-124, Person, Section 124 Subsection A. Person, noun. Per sn. Latin persona, said to be compounded of per, through or by, and sonus, sound, a Latin word signifying primarily a mask used by actors on the stage. Webster's Dictionary, 1828. Person 1. A human being, a natural person. 2. A corporation, an artificial person. Corporations are treated as persons in many legal situations. Also, the word person includes corporations in most definitions in this dictionary. 3. Any other being entitled to sue as a legal entity.
Taking a break there, beautiful. Let's keep going.
Entity, a government, an association, a group of trustees, etc. 4. The plural of person is persons, not people, see that word. Oren's Dictionary of the Law, 3rd edition, 2000. Individual. As a noun, this term denotes a single person as distinguished from a group or class, and also, very commonly, a private or natural person as distinguished from a partnership.
It says commonly, not 100%, and not only a private or natural person. You got the devil's in the details, my good people.
Partnership, corporation, or association, but it is said that this restrictive signification is not necessarily inherent in the word.
That means it might be used, it might be something a little bit different than a natural or private person. So you can't say that means exclusively. You can't.
Word, and that it may, in proper cases, include artificial persons. Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition. https://thelawdictionary.org/individual Black's Law Dictionary 773.
See, your boy, the Bad Wolf, we're bringing them receipts. Black Law's Dictionary right there, telling you where to find it. Come on now.
773, 6th edition. 1990, U.S.V. Middleton. No 99 to 10,518, 231 F.3D 1207, 9th Circle 2000. Human being. Monster. A human being by birth, but in some part resembling a lower animal. A monster hath no inheritable blood and cannot be heir to any land. Ballantyne's Law Dictionary, 1930. The term person does not include the sovereign. Wilson vs. Omaha Indian Tribe, 442 U.S. 653, 1979. On the birth certificate, the legal person name is a deceased estate trust, which is why the definition for the term person in the United States, Inc. Social Security Act 1935, includes trust or estate. Social Security Act 1935 Definitions Section 1101. A. When used in this Act, 3. The term person means an individual, a trust or estate, a partnership, or a corporation.
Did you guys hear that? Hold on. I was in the next room cooking and heard that. I had to come in. Hold on. I never heard that part before. On the birth certificate, the legal name, so that means on your birth certificate, it is in fact a legal name. Boom, shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. On the birth certificate, the legal name, the legal person name is a deceased estate trust. We're going to revel in this for a minute here. Y'all can make some popcorn. Your mans need a moment. All these suckers are dingling out here. You don't know what you're talking about, Wolf. Blah, 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 blah. And yet we're bringing the receipts because they're telling you you can find this on social ssa.gov/history 35 act.html. Unless they've changed it. It's where it was. It's where it is. This is an excerpt right from there. So we now know that the name on the birth certificate document issued from the state is in fact a legal person. It's a legal name, and it is a deceased estate trust. Booyah. Guys, this is a gem drop motherfucking video right here. I've been looking for that for a long time. Which is why the definition for the term person in the United States incorporation, Social Security Act 1935 includes trust or estate. Now, varieties. Cat. In this case, the Thundercat is out of the bag. Out of here. People trying to step to me. Come on, man.
Seldom differentiates between the legal person and the natural person. However, both terms are included in the New Zealand Bill of Rights Act 1990, Section 29, Application to Legal Persons. Except where the provisions of this Bill of Rights otherwise provide, the provisions of this Bill of Rights apply, so far as practicable, for the benefit of all legal persons as well as for the benefit of all natural persons. http://www.legislation.government.nz/act/public/1990/01099/latest/dlm2247992.html.
Jesus.
All legally generated fictional persons are debtors by default, because they are created without any inherent productive capacity. Their inferior status is indicated by the use of written.
So what are they really saying there? Is if you do not have any inherent productive capacity, the ability to do work, equity, then you are a debtor, non-living, dead. You owe because you cannot do for yourself.
Written styles other than proper English grammar, and or by joining the family name/surname/last name to a man/woman's appellation given name estate title, thereby corrupting the living estate title, because the family name/surname/last name has no autonomous life. Black's Law Dictionary, revised 4th edition 1968, provides the following definitions of written styles: capitis diminutio, meaning the diminishing of status through the use of capitalization in Roman law. A diminishing or abridgment of personality, a loss or curtailment of a man's status or aggregate of legal attributes and qualifications. Capitis diminutio minima, meaning a minimum loss of status through the use of capitalization, e.g. John Doe, the lowest or least comprehensive degree of loss of status. This occurred where a man's family relations alone were changed. It happened upon the arrogation, pride, of a person who had been his own master, sui juris, of his own right, not under any legal disability, or upon the emancipation of one who had been under the patria potestas. Parental authority, it left the rights of liberty and citizenship unaltered. See INST 1, 16, PR 1, 2, 3, Dig. 4, 5, 11, Mackled. Rom Law 144. Capitis diminutio media, meaning a medium loss of status through the use of capitalization, e.g. John Doe, a lesser or medium loss of status. This occurred where a man loses his rights of citizenship, but without losing his liberty. It carried away also the family rights. Capitis diminutio maxima, meaning a maximum loss of status through the use of capitalization, e.g. John Doe or Doe John, the highest or most comprehensive loss of status. This occurred when a man's condition was changed from one of freedom to one of bondage, when he became a slave. It swept away with it all rights of citizenship and all family rights. A slave in bondage, divested of common living rights, has a status in practice equivalent to dead property, being a mere thing. Dead all capital letter names are found on graveyard tombstones, on vessels in commerce, on corporate signage, and on legal fiction documents such as driver licenses, and so on. Further, the use of all capital letters is not proper English written language, and is also defined as glosses in American Sign Language. The Chicago Manual of Style, 16th edition, Foreign Languages, Section 11.147, Glosses in ASL. American Sign Language, the written language transcription of a sign is called a gloss. Glosses are words from the spoken language written in small capital letters: woman, school, cat. Alternatively, regular capital letters may be used. When two or more words are used to gloss a single sign, the glosses are separated by hyphens. The translation is enclosed in double quotation marks. The sign for "a car drove by" is written as "vehicle drive by." One obvious limitation of the use of glosses from the spoken/written language to represent signs is that there is no one-to-one correspondence between the words or signs in any two languages. Glossa viperina est qui corrodit viscera textus. 11 Koch, 34. It is a poisonous gloss which corrupts the essence of the text. Koch equals the reports of Sir Edward Koch. J. H. Thomas and J. F. Fraser eds 13 parts in 6 volumes London, Butterworth, 1826. Regardless of writing styles, combining a given name with a family name always forms an artificial legal person, e.g. John Doe and John Doe, are both artificial legal persons.
The reason why is I call it my dog poop cake theory. If you take a chunk of dog poop, no matter how small, you mix it in the cake and you bake the cake, is anybody going to eat the cake? No. Why not? Because the whole thing has been tainted by that little bit. Lowest common denominator. If you mix in something that's trash and something that's good, that little bit taints the whole thing.
Persons. A man/woman's appellation given name is their living estate title, e.g. John. Your estate is the land, or property, of your mind, body, and soul, and all the physical and intellectual property that derives from your living energy, including your inborn unalienable rights. Whereas the shared family name/surname/last name is not autonomous, it is a dead plural noun. Therefore, the given name must be grammatically separated to avoid semantic corruption. Legalization joins the living given name to the dead plural noun, forming a dead artificial legal person name, taking away a man/woman's unique living estate title. The minimum grammatical separation between the living given name and the dead plural family name/surname/last name is a colon, e.g. John Doe. It is more definitive to state the correct relationship, e.g. John, of the family Doe. However, adding the family name/surname/last name is always optional. The estate title is one or more given names, e.g. John Henry, which is sufficient on any document. In proper grammar, living given names are proper nouns beginning with a capital letter, and if a family name is added, it is separated by a colon indicating the facts and introducing their relationship. But fictional persons are not styled in this grammatically correct manner. Note the types of persons evidenced by the following styles. John Henry Doe equals Foreign Situs Trust John Henry DOE equals Sestuary K v Estate Trust John H. DOE equals Public Transmitting Utility. A man or woman in joinder to a person becomes the walking dead, legally speaking. By definition, they are incompetent and incapable of possessing living rights and responsibilities. Consequently, their estate title properties are forfeit, and they are granted limited and revocable benefits and privileges. Their ignorance is negligence, and for as long as they walk in the underworld of the legally dead, they are subject to the high priests of Baal, or the black-robed devil, who makes a judgment upon the one who has given up their life, and in so doing the priest delivers a curse, in ancient times death, in modern times debt, and the victim is sacrificed. Every person is
as educational entertainment purposes. These do not construe necessarily my viewpoints or thoughts or whatever else. This is just information. Be so entertained, good people.
a debtor by default, and every man or woman who suffers joinder to a person becomes surety in the debt money system of bondage, sacrificing their living energy via that fictional transmitting utility, feeding the parasitic banking cabal which espouses the Roman motto, "He who would be deceived, let him be deceived."
Oh, oh. Now I don't work that way, but I could see how that would be in the moniker of a devil or a demon. If he can be deceived, let him be deceived. But that also then goes against standard maximum of business where you come to the table with clean hands. So these people aren't coming to the table with clean hands if they're trying to deceive you. And by law, an argumentative point that I've used to win many different things is if you don't have upon a contract full disclosure of what these words, statements, uses of color all mean, then you're committing fraud. Because I was not privy to all of the aspects in this deal. Let he who can be deceived be deceived. Come not here, weaving spiders. Know thyself. Everything will come to light that is in darkness. Be wise, my friends. And the Bad Wolf will talk to you guys later. I got more videos to come because you guys want them. You want to know? Follow the white rabbit or the white wolf or the bad one. Your choice. Peace.